Hey everybody, it's Tuesday. I hope you're having a great week so far. My name is Garrett, and this is Out Reptiles, and you're watching another Talk 'em Up Tuesday. Okay, this week's episode is about a guy named Jeff Boring, who's actually pretty entertaining despite the nomenclature. And he's got some really cool projects going on, so don't mind any of this stuff. It's kind of cleaning day. But if we come on over here, I want to actually show you a little bit about some of the projects that he's working with. He's got a really cool line or lineage or locality of dwarf retic that he's been propagating. And it's not something that's super popular everywhere, but the fact that Jeff actually is as heavily invested in this project as he is really tells me a lot about just kind of his taste and everything in retics. You know, sometimes it's really cool that you find your own thing, your own little niche, and you just work that and try to become the best at it that you possibly can, and sort of don't worry about what the rest of the world is doing. And eventually, when you pour enough of your passion and love into something, it'll start to catch on. So I want to talk a little bit about this project that he's been working on, which is Selayer Island reticulated pythons. Let's start with a little unboxing of an animal that Jeff sent me from his most recent clutch. Okay, while I open up this box, let's talk background a little bit. Selayer Islands, or Slayers if you're a gringo, are genetically related to the southern Sulawesi retics, like this Sulawesi from the Bantaeng region. They're known for having amazing pattern and color and just an absolute intensity, but they're actually a separately recognized subspecies of the reticulated python. So this makes them really cool in selective breeding, and the mother of the animal that I got from Jeff was actually a parthenogenesis baby, meaning she had no father. Her mother cloned herself to make them. So she was just, extra cool, lots of amazing pattern. Now, as I open up this box, I always like to just, kind of check the temperatures. Whew, a little hot there right next to the heat pad. Let's go ahead and get underneath here. Yeah, Jeff very wisely put a lot of space with packing material between the heat pack and the animal. Oh yeah, that's perfect. Right in the low 70s is exactly where we want it. There he is. Look at this guy. Now this guy was from a pure Selayer female, bred to a 50% Jampea island, which is another dwarf that was platinum and anerythristic. So this little Selayer dude is going to be 100% het anerythristic as well, which those of you who may have been watching me on Facebook and stuff like that will know that that's definitely one of my favorite genes. It brings out blue and green tones to retics. So this guy carries that recessive gene. You won't see it in him yet. But, well, I know you kind of can see it. He's actually a little bit more grayish, but here he is. Take a look at that wild pattern, almost kind of loops and donuts in his back there. And those wide stretched out side rosettes. Just a beautiful animal. Now here's another 50% Selayer, just as an example of what this locality can do. This one is actually het pharenic ghost. But look at the double rows of rosettes only almost creeping up into the dorsal pattern. And just those intense reds, inky blacks. It's everything a reticulated python should be. And here's another 50% Selayer, and you can see what in this one what it does to the tiger gene. This one's also het pharenic ghost from the same clutch as the previous one. Look at that crazy tail pattern, the really wide white rosettes on the side, and this thing is deep in blue, so it's just about to shed. But cool looking animals. Anyway, back to this guy. Just like to check the temps everywhere. I don't know if you guys can see that, 72.5. Absolute target temperature for shipping. You want them just a little bit on the cool side so they don't stress out too much. Too cool isn't going to hurt a snake, but too hot will. And one thing I always do when I get new animals is just verify the sex real quick. Yep, he's a boy. I don't know if you guys can see that, but he's two little hemipenes there. And I just quickly check that right as they come in, and then I know for sure. And all the stressful part of this guy's life is hopefully behind him. We just go ahead and put him into his new cage. I have it all set up and ready to go the way that you should. Temperature tested. You can see his hide in there. Nice fresh water bowl. Clean paper. It's very minimal. And just let him settle right in. Hopefully that's something that gives you guys a little bit more information on a project and a cool locality retic that you may not have knew existed before. I know certainly I underappreciated them a lot at first, but the more I see them being crossed into other stuff and just good examples of pure ones, like what Jeff has over there, I'm just won over. But enough about that. It's time to find yourself on the filing cabinet. Okay, we got a couple of things in today. One is from my buddy Ron Trones, who's actually a fire dispatcher. Sent me this one and he said my shop was all too lacking in American flags. Too true, Ron, too true. And this one I think just because I'm pink colored, I think that's racist or something. I mean, I got like a little bit Irish in me, but you know, whatever. He sent me that one too. Actually, this took like 2 months in the mail to get here, because he shipped it out around St. Patty's Day. So that's what that was really about. The other one right here, Rich McCall from Rich McCall Serpents. You guys can check him out on the web or on Facebook, but he and his wife Karina actually have a really cool little collection of high quality stuff, and they just kind of handpick their projects and everything. And both of these guys today are awesome supporters of everybody I've seen in the hobby, so thank you guys for that. Now, if you guys would like to find yourself, look, I got some space over here. I mean, I want to fill this thing up. So if you guys want to find yourself on the filing cabinet, check out my address in the description below and shoot me some stickers with your business. I'll be happy to put them up here and give you guys a shout out. Until Friday, have a great week.